I'm glad to see you today. Today, I have 10 questions that seem to come up when I mention to anybody about bugging out or being prepared, and I want to present those to you. On the last video, the bug out bag reveal, Cal N came back with a comment, and he gave a list of essential bug out bag items that I think is very good. Some of those I didn't even think of. Go back and check the comment that he made, and it gives you a lot of food for thought. Some of those I am going to take that advice. Question number 1. What are the main things that we need to put in our bug out bag? Always water first, food second, shelter third. Fourth is hygiene, any type of hygiene. Fifth is cooking apparatuses. Fifth is first aid. You may need a way to defend yourself in case you are in a tricky situation. Hopefully that won't happen. But anything could happen. People go crazy whenever there's a disaster. You need an emergency blanket. You need some type of windbreaker jacket. The second question is, how do we keep our cell phone or tablet charged? One answer is we can get a solar charger. The least one, and I did an online search, the least one I found was like $35 US, 29 euros. It had like a 4.5-star rating. There may be cheaper ones online, but I want something that I believe people have really, they bought and they have given feedback on it. On your cell phone, you can text longer than you can actually talk to someone. So that will make your battery last a lot longer. The third question, which I think is a very important question, can we eat what we've got in our bag, bug out bag? We need to practice that. We need to think about it. If you don't like Vienna sausage and you don't like sardines, you're going to really be up a creek as far as your food. And I know, push come to shove, survival is whatever you can find to eat. But you want to find something that you can at least tolerate. My suggestion is whatever you put in the bag, practice eating it for a while. Try to go a week and eat some of those foods and just see if you could live with that. The fourth question, how do we find food whenever we run out? If you have the fish hook and the line, and I would have more than just 1 or 2 fish hooks because you can lose that in fishing. You also could hunt, but you would want to trap rather than shooting a gun and killing an animal, simply because you don't want to alert others to your presence. The other thing is, do you know the plants, the edible plants in your area? That would be a very good thing to know. And if they're edible plants, have you tested them to see, make sure you're not allergic to those plants? The fifth question that came up was, if you live alone, do you have a neighbor or someone that, a relative or friend that lives close to you that you might be able to buddy up with, that may think alike, and you can come up with your own bug out plan? That would be a good thing to know and to find now before anything happens. Number 6 is, can we eat our food cold? Come outside, whatever the weather might be. See if you can eat some of the stuff that's in your bug out bag just cold without any type of heat up. Number 7 is there a better way to carry our bug out bag essentials? The backpack is heavy for a lot of people. Depending on the terrain that you're going to be walking, it would take you longer to get to where you're going to go. If you're on a flat surface, you can make better time. Most hikers know that it depends on the weight, your size, how fit you are. And I'm thinking there are several people my age that believe in having all the essentials, and maybe they have some health issues and they can't really tote that bug. Number 8 question is, are we packing a collapsible, at least a 1-gallon jug, so that if we got near water but we couldn't get down to the water, we may use that paracord, tie it to that collapsible jug, lower it down in the water or stream, and then pull it back up? I thought about that because I thought I may be near water, but I may be so high up that I can't really climb down in there to the water. You can order in a collapsible 1-gallon jug for $11 US, $9 Euro. Number 9 is, if we were able to cook outdoors, do we have a mess kit packed? Have we practiced with cooking with a mess kit? It may be a little bit different, and there are ways that you may have to clean up your mess kit, because you can't, unless you just boil water all the time. And you can boil your water to help sterilize it. There are different tablets that you can put in to get your water purified. So you might want to check into that. I'm going to check into it. Number 10 is huge. Where are we going to go? Have we planned out our route? Get your family or your friends. You want to plan out a path or course of where you're going to go, how long possibly is it going to take you to get there, so that you can prepare. And while you don't have a pandemic or a disaster or whatever is going on, now is the time to plan it out. I want to get into my car. I don't know where I'm going to go yet. I want to get into my car and drive several areas. I've got some ideas, but they may not be feasible. And if it's too close to your home, how many people live in this neighborhood that know about that area? So you've got to be able to hike a lot further. If it is a water source that you're going to, you want to hike a lot further than just the closest thing to your home. You also need to practice getting there. Put your backpack on, or whatever way that you're going to take your stuff, just like you're going to go camping, and just walk to that area and see how long it takes you, and just check things out. I do hope these questions will help you in being prepared. And whether you bug out at home, which is always the best way, if you can possibly bug out at home, it's a lot better than having to leave immediately, or even having to travel somewhere else. But you still need to be prepared, because you may not have electricity, you may not have water. So some of those same things that apply to having to bugging out to a different area would apply even if you bug out at home. And I hope you come back for another video. I thank everyone who has subscribed, all the new subscribers, and the commenters, and the community. I do appreciate everyone who watches, comments, subscribes, and shares.